Negotiation. Good negotiation is going to be what gets you the best result in your divorce. I'm Catherine Miller. I've been a divorce attorney in New York City and Westchester County, New York for over 30 years. And that's what I've learned in all that time. The most important skill that I have as a divorce lawyer is my skill as a negotiator. But there's a lot more to it, and maybe a lot less to it than you might think. For one thing, we often think of negotiation as being tough negotiation. We're going to be the toughest, hard-nosed negotiators. Or you think about buying a used car, $10 more, $50 less, whatever that is. That is not what makes for good negotiation. Good negotiation understands that all negotiation is a story. Each person comes to the negotiation with their story, and to the extent that you can understand your own story and you can understand the story of the other person, whether or not you agree with it, you will do better in the negotiation. Understanding their story does not mean agreeing with it, but if you don't understand it, you are going to come up against it over and over and over again, which leads me to the next point about it. Understand where they're coming from and why. You will probably disagree in a divorce. You will probably think they are so freaking wrong. And your lawyer might even try to tell you that they're wrong, but you have to understand their truth. If you don't understand their truth, you are going to get a bad deal. You need to understand their perspective and why they're coming in, what's important to them, how fast they want to get it over with, and what their pain points are. You also need to understand your own Batna. That's what we call the best alternative to a negotiated agreement. We call it a Batna, or the Watna, the worst alternative to a negotiated agreement. Your lawyer might be telling you all kinds of things that are rights and obligations, but you have to figure out how you're going to get to those things if you don't reach a settlement here in the negotiation. This is not a win-lose. That's not the way to look about it. I don't think win-win is a great way to think about it, but if you think creatively, think beyond the perspective of the item that you are talking about, you will get the best result. For tips like this and other really interesting information about divorce negotiations and other things about divorce, I would love it if you would subscribe to my podcast, Divorce Dialogues. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts or on the podcast website, divorcedialogues.com. Thanks for listening.